Hi guys, how are you? So, welcome to today on topics. Guys, we're always sharing different topics, different things. Um and okay, so you guys know somebody stole my iPhone or it was lost, iPhone 14 Pro Max. So, we're in the process of getting a new one. And so now we're going to be using this Nokia phone, which is actually was like the best track phone that I've ever gotten because you know how when you go to like the food stamp office, if you have ever went to the food stamp office and you try to get those, they give you the lifeline or whatever. Well, a lot of the phones that they give us out there, they're like they say that it's unlimited talk, text, and internet. And then when you go home, it's unlimited talk and text, but it's not unlimited internet. This one was actually provided by Verizon, and it's the only one that's actually like lived up to what it said. Like it actually was unlimited internet, like literally all day for as long as you every month, and all you have to do is use your phone one time. And so I was using my regular cell phone and I wasn't using this, and so it actually like cut off. So if you don't like make a phone call once a month, it's going to stop the service. And I'm so mad because now I'm just like, until I get my phone replaced and stuff, I'm just using text now to make phone calls and stuff like that, which we thank God that text now is here. But the only thing I hate about text now is like the freaking ads, add this, add that, is so annoying. So let us get into what we're going to talk, the topic today. Today is January 2nd, guys, the second day of 2024. Oh my God, this year is going to be way better than every other year. We already know it and we already feel it, and we're going to have so much fun. We're going to do our best. And remember, the beginning to fun is sharing and caring, showing God and showing yourself and showing the rest of the world that someone cares about you and that you care about others. That is a New Year's resolution this year, is showing people how much you care about others and how much you care about yourself. It's a lot easier to care about yourself than it is, for some people it's easier to care for others than care for themselves, while for others it's easier to care for themselves than to care for others, because caring for yourself is like a part of survival. Like if you don't care about yourself, you're not going to make it in this world. You're not going to survive. So caring for yourself is so important. But when you struggle and you come from a background where you've been abused and been told that you're not good enough, those thoughts start repeating in your head. Every time feels like a failure. When you don't deal with your inner emotions, when you don't talk to somebody about your issues, when you don't go to therapy, those thoughts start to run in and out of your head, and they start to repeat themselves, and you start thinking, man, I'm a failure. You start saying to yourself that you're a failure, that you're not going to make it. The minute you start going, that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to go against yourself. The enemy wants you to start saying things like, oh, you're not good enough to yourself, so that you don't win, so that you don't make it in this lifetime. So it's so important for you to continue to say that you do care about yourself. The first step to that is taking time to stretch. First of all, a lot of times your muscles and your body cannot breathe right, or it doesn't, you can't take things properly, or your body can't perceive things properly when you're tense and you don't feel very, like, you don't feel very good about yourself when you don't stretch, when you're not relaxed. So the strength, like the way you're going to be, flexibility is a strength. So the way you're going to be strong is by being flexible. When you're flexible, you're stressed less because your muscles are not tense. That's where stress comes, is from tense muscles. And so there is so much we have to talk about. So there is something that I did want to share about, like just like taking notes about, like you know how they say when you die your life flashes before your eyes. This is so true. Imagine like dying and you're not actually dead, but you're just experiencing that feeling of death, where you want to die, but where you just like being, it's torture basically. Instead of dying, you're just going through this hard time and hardship, and it's like it's not going away. It will go away. It went away for us. It went away for me, and it's like I've never felt so much better in my entire life, and I don't see myself ever going back to like my old high school friends or my old ways, or those of you that have friends that are still great from high school now, that's amazing. But a person like me, like there is some people that I had to remove out of my life, because first of all, it's not I'm not ready to be their friend. And another thing is that there is a lot of rules that were broken, that were being broken, that I could not stand myself to be living around, or to surround myself around people that are doing such things just to survive and to live that way. And for me, it's just not my way. And it's like, this is the path that God wants me to walk on, the path of honesty, as honest as I can be. Of course, you can't tell everyone every single thing that you're experiencing or going through, because not everything is for everyone to know, right? But whatever God tells you to know, eventually what's in the dark will come into the light. It's all a matter of preparation and timing, that those things are going to come into the light when the world is ready to receive it without hate. And so there is something I did want to talk about, and that's like in the shelter system, like this is, and that's just everywhere we go, is about like transgenders. Like, one thing I want to put out there is that we definitely should make a transgender restroom. We definitely should make like a restroom for like men that have changed their sex, or women that have changed their sex to men. The women should have a restroom of their own, the ones that have changed their sex to male, and the males should have a restroom of their own, the ones that have changed it to female. Just because, like, living in a shelter, there's times where I would live, like, all women, we all live in this shelter, right? And there is a transgender that lives in the shelter, and she comes in, and all she does, or she or he does, or whatever, starts yelling at women. Like, that is not right. Like, start going off on women. Like, what gives you the right to think that you can do that? You know what I mean? As a female, like, for me personally, I know that we go through a lot, far more than what males go through on the inside. I don't know what you've been through as a male, and I don't judge you just because you made a decision to be a transgender. You made a decision to be a male. If you were a female, that's your choice. I don't judge you because of that. But the minute you start to press a girl, the minute you start to get just because you're wearing high heels, just because you change your sex into a vagina, or you change, into a penis. This is for the males, right? Just because you changed it into a vagina doesn't give you the right to press a woman. You still have more strength than a woman when it comes to your like your inner levels, like your insides, like you're built different. You get what I mean? And so women are always more and more. It doesn't matter how many pills you've taken, how much this, how much is that. You just don't have that right. So that's why I feel like USA, we just need to find a way to make like them their own little section. That way, if they want to go off, they can go off on each other. Don't go off on us. You don't know what we like. The women that, if you want to be with them, you can go over there with them. That's you. I'm not saying I have an issue with you. What I have an issue with is men thinking it's okay to press women just because now they're transgender, not now just because they're wearing a wig, not just because, you know what I mean? That it's never right, it's never correct, because we are the weaker sex, right? And there's women that have muscles. Women have to work twice, 4 times as hard to be as strong as a man. You know what I mean? And so we battle with pregnancy, we battle with postpartum depression, we battle with, just also periods. Those are all different things that have us going loco, right? And so we understand each other in that way. But when you come in here and you start pressing us, it's like, well, why? How come you're not saying that to the guys? Let me see you go to a male and talk like that to a male, right? You all of a sudden you come in the female's dorm and all of a sudden you got balls to talk shit. Then why are you here? Why didn't you say that to the males over there? Because y'all all really got balls if you really want to get down like that. You cut yours off if you cut yours off. And if you didn't, you still sitting here, the only one with balls, trying to say you got balls with females that were not even born with balls or penises. You get what I mean? And so it's like, you have no right. This is not to make fun of you. This is not to make you feel anything less. This is to make a difference and to fight for women's rights. You get what I mean? And I'm not just like some feminist that's just like, I love guys, I love males, but I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies. And I don't think it's right to be bullying women. And so this guy that lives in this shelter, in this recuperative center, finds himself talking shit to women, and he's living here, guys. It's not right. It's not right. And you know, there's a lot. We're going to talk more into that because right now we're at 9:42, 43, 44. The time is almost up, but we're going to get more into that topic. Guys, be as respectful as you can. And I hope this is not disrespectful to you, but there's no other way, no other route to go when it comes to opening this conversation or this topic. Thank you guys for joining us on Topics. You have a blessed day. Happy New